Thanks, Juliette. I received your text message earlier. I hope I don't seem rude. I actually made the last live stream after I got your text message. I hope you don't think I'm rude. I just I'm sort of buzzing in a funny sort of way. I'm just, oh gosh, that thing is really annoying me. Go away. Keeps popping up. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I made a live stream a few hours ago. And it's basically I should have retitled the last live stream because I don't want there to be any misunderstanding about what that live stream was all about. I only for the first couple of minutes I was talking about the title of the last live stream, and then for about an hour or 2 hours I was going on about this man I'd like to meet in the music industry. Yeah, and my experiences with all things crazy. Satanic, MK Ultra, generational curses, people in the music industry, Mark Speight, whom this man mentioned, who I met. I didn't meet him. I smiled at him. He gave me a very sexy smile. He was a sexy man. and then shortly after that he died. Mark Speight. Yeah, so that's that last live stream I was going on for a couple of hours. Sometimes I don't always talk about what the title is about. I just talk about this, that, and the other. But Juliette, yeah, no, I did actually look that up. It's just my head is in a constant. I'm constantly trying to battle staying awake, basically. I don't know how to describe it, because unless people don't understand, so you're not going to talk about it. If you're on your own, if there is no one else to turn to, if you're going through all of this on your own, no one's going to understand it. They're going to label you because they're stupid. You know, labeling is a very westernized, satanic thing they like to do. They're coming out with more mental health labels just so that they can sell us poisons to feed $1 billion industry, and so that they can poison your children and make them more stupid and dumb them down. And I am just doing everything to I haven't had any vitamin D. I'm indoors, constantly battling, staying awake, eating, going to sleep, getting up, everything at a basic level. And it's kind of funny when these psychopaths from Sussex Partnership say, have you thought about getting a job? When you're the one doing their jobs and you haven't even, that's when I was sleeping rough. And, you know, when I did care work, I was being bullied by psychopaths. I was being bullied by an elderly matron and by other care workers. And I was physically sick on my first day of work in the next care home. And in the same way that I was physically sick in the council accommodation that I'm keeping away from for my safety, because I had demented criminals threatening to beat me up. Police protected criminals on tags And if you've heard anything about what I said in my last live stream about the satanic, evil, biggest global satanic corporation, Serco, who tortured me on the 7th of October last year when I went down to the police desk to say that I would be returning with my lady witness, Juliette. Juliette, who advised me, who sent me a text message a little while ago. Thank you, Juliette. Dan and Tina don't think you exist. They think that I've made you up. But it's quite ironic, really, isn't it? Because you've heard of Tina Che from the Independent Advice Network. Look at my live stream, my personal message to Tina Che a few live streams back. I'm still laughing at myself, and I needed a good laugh. Yeah, Dan from Police Abusing Powers doesn't seem to think you exist, Juliette. Well, let me tell you, look, you guys, something. Juliette, yeah, the lady who is going through cancer treatment, who was attacked in the street by random drunks trying to help me, she's been a support worker. But she's done more for me as a member of the public than any of you idiots who've got nothing better to do. Yeah, so anyway, moving on. So, yes, just wanted to say, the social worker, Juliette, I don't want you to hear this because I know you've heard it all before and I don't want to upset you. But to my viewers out there, when I was in supported accommodation when my mother was dying of cancer, the social worker landlord said to me, you might want to check you haven't inherited cancer, your mother's cancer, and you know too much. I certainly do. I certainly do. And I'm exposing it. In that property, which Juliette is acting as a crucial witness for me because she's given a statement to pass on to the CEO of Eastbourne Borough Council. I was physically sick at the property I've been keeping away from for my safety. The last phone call I recorded with my care coordinator, this care coordinator has told me that Grace Hill, the senior housing needs specialist, the obnoxious call handler, unknown number. Could it be Helen Janes? Probably, because no one else rings at that time. Helen Janes is a troll, I've reported. A nasty piece of work. Sorry, police should be investigating you because you've been trolling me from an unknown number and from the mobile number that I've exposed. So keep leaving voice messages, keep sending text messages because the police want to hear about it. So, you know, if you want a criminal prosecution, you'll get it. So sorry about that interruption. I'll just carry on there. Rudely uninterrupted during my live stream, my documentation. So Grace Hill interrupting me again. I just power off. Just switch that off for a minute. So as I was saying, Grace Hill, the senior housing needs specialist, the obnoxious call handler, because I've got damning evidence against Eastbourne Borough Council. If you go back a few live streams, I've actually put a link to the council meetings where everyone who's there, including the EHA, the president of the EHA, because all these hotels that I've spent thousands of pounds of back severe disability on, I've recorded in my phone call that Grace Hill says I owe Eastbourne Borough Council for the rent, even though I've spent thousands of pounds of back severe disability on hotels since October last year. And you can see the live stream from, it's either the 25th or the 26th of September, where I'm being attacked in my accommodation. I'm locked in the room. There's blood on the door. The police aren't doing anything. And I think, it was a couple of weeks later. It was on the, a week or 2 weeks later, it was on the 7th to the 8th of October. I was put through 24 hours of non-stop torture by Serco, that Satanic global. They put me through torture along with Sussex Police. And Matt Taylor, okay, Warrior Wales from Police Abusing Powers. I said I wouldn't respond to any comments on the old live streams, but no, people do need calling out, and you'll support me if you're with me. Do you see what I mean? Because Matt Taylor, along with Helen Janes and this other woman, what was her name? Shelley Moat. People who have attacked Juliette Archer for speaking out, this victim of satanic ritual abuse, whom I've never met, but I only have to say something good about this brave woman, and I've got these nutcases and evil people attacking me for speaking my truth and praising someone who's brave. What does that tell you? It tells you an awful lot. But yes, I didn't think that I would see daylight again. Yes, this is happening in the UK, not in the Middle East, not in some war-torn country. No, it's happening in the UK. Yes, and I'm a victim of it. So I've just had a troll ringing me, and I will tell Juliette about this. I would tell, if she's not watching already, I've had to switch my phone off. And if I get any voice messages, I will record it for my evidence. So, yeah, a family have, you can look it up, the local newspaper, Born. I haven't got an iPhone, so it's not on here, a smartphone thing. This is just an ordinary mobile phone. But yeah, so family have sued Eastbourne Borough Council for was it £4,000 because their full-time carers to their children, and one of their children even said that they would because they're facing homelessness because their landlord wants to sell the house, but they need a 4-bedroom house, and they're a family of 3. So that one of the children said, I will take my own life so that you don't have to worry about, because Eastbourne Borough Council say there aren't, or is it enough 4 or 5-bedroom houses to go around or something like that. And so Helen Janes, do you still think that people who take their own lives are cowards, as you text me? Would you say that to this, if one of their children had killed themselves, would you say that? Anyway, I just think it's rather interesting. I'll put it in the description because, like me, they've got getting help with the local government ombudsman. I think maybe I've had a response from the local government ombudsman, and I'm dreading it because I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm just hoping and praying that all this suffering, no one should have to go through what I've been through ever, not on their own. Not even if they've got someone. No one should ever have to go through this, with or without domestic abuse. I do believe that they used my partner as a handler, as a scapegoat. These narcissists, as I've said, if you look up, if you want to know what being a targeted individual is, as many people will say, it's narcissistic personality disorder. It's a lot of people who are jealous of you, don't like you for whatever reason, because they're jealous that you've got bravery that they don't have, guts that you can speak out. They'll attack you for whatever reason, many from different angles, and they come from here, there, everywhere, smear campaign, whatever. And but they've done everything to destroy me. They put it in the local Herald. That I beat the police when they beat me during a welfare check. And then they threw me to the cell floor, stripped me naked, well, down to my underwear. They were pushing my head down so that I couldn't breathe. They were probably trying to kill me, because that's what they do. They've killed a lot of people. They've murdered a lot of people, the police. You hear the stories all the time where they're pushing people's heads down. Yeah, they did that to me. Then they put me on a section 136. We're going around in circles, hanging up on me. We've got no evidence of a reference of the local government ombudsman. Funny enough, I've got a reference that they gave me from the local government ombudsman days before they beat me, along with the emails that the local MP, Caroline Ansell, sent me. So she lied to me. The local government ombudsman lied to me. I've since then, earlier on in the year, recorded call handlers hanging up on me. You've already got my blood on your hands. I'm going to speak out about it. And I'll tell you another thing. Do you want to hear another thing? This man I want to meet from the music industry. This is no surprise at all, by the way. But you can add teenage shave and police abusing powers and all that lot to your list. Since the scamdemic in 2019, there have been grifters coming out. Grifters, con artists, you know, anyone who wants to make a quick buck, so to speak, or to get people's attention. I can't say who is and who isn't telling the truth. I'm just speaking from my experience. And if you lie to me, I will expose you. And if you start behaving in a shifty manner, I will expose that. If you've got nothing to hide, you won't mind me saying anything. But if you want to be a part of that, because there are truthers who are pretending they're using Yahweh's name, just like all the Christian. This is what our Saviour warned us about. We are living in the end times. There are people pretending to. This has been going on for a long, long time. You know, you've all got your cult leaders. You've all got your little, you know, I believe in this and I believe in that. Wide is the path to destruction. Narrow is the path to salvation. And I just hope that this has been a blessing to you. And may Abba YHWH bring you to his name. Praise his name. It's in the name Yahweh. Why do you think Yahushua has his name in his... He's got his father's name in his name. Anyway, there we are. But yeah, there are the title of this live stream, keep to the point. I'm not the only victim of Eastbourne Borough Council who's had a case with the local government and social care ombudsman. And then, as I said, there's a man in the music industry I'd like to meet, and that's what I was speaking about in my last live stream. But yes, I'll let Juliette know about this unknown call handler. So there we go. That's me done. I just wanted to say, but I'm sure there are lots of people who not everyone gets a say. To be honest, no offense to Juliette, of course. That's not really a story. The things and the people that I've met, the big stuff is the stuff they keep hush hush. This family who've sued the council for pittance, £4,000 is nothing. The people that I've met with truly horrific things to say, they're the ones that are kept hush hush, and I'm added to that list. So, you know, that's how I've managed to meet the people that people like John Alexander Patterson. And then from him you hear about all the others like Carol Woods, the social worker, whistleblower, all these whistleblowers. Even Darren said to me, it makes you wonder just how many innocent people are in prison in this country. Yes, because the real dangerous ones have been left to murder and kill and do all kinds of things, which is why I'm here for my safety. Tina Che from the Independent Advice Network. Oh, I said it again. You're going to threaten me after you falsely offered me help. You're going to threaten me for saying your name and the advice network that you yourself rang into police abusing powers on YouTube to tell everyone about. And even though I'm repeating your name and you've advertised it on YouTube, you're threatening me for falsely offering me the help as a vulnerable person. That makes a lot of sense. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, there we go. The local government ombudsman. And I tell you what, one thing that Tina Che said that was true. Well, I'd already had someone say it to me long before Tina Che, someone whose husband works for the Guardian paper, about 8 or 9 years ago or something. They said, you'll be helping people one day. Well, Tina Che said, I will help you so that you can help others. No, I tell you what, I will help others. I will warn them about people like you who falsely offer vulnerable people like me help and then threaten me, despite the fact that I've attempted suicide, been homeless, and you told me I shouldn't be in these places. And then that vile creature and her mother have been mugging the elderly people because it was in the national news and on the BBC just the other day, and I recorded them. I recorded these people. So what do you know? What do you know? One of my assailants that I recorded along with the police failing me in that accommodation where my life has been put in danger, and I recorded the neighbours supporting me. You can hear it for yourself because I've put it in one live stream with all the evidence together, because this channel is what I'm using as evidence for the local government ombudsman. But you want to threaten me. This is why certain YouTube channels should be shut down and their supporters should be exposed for bullying certain people, including me, because that could lead to our suicide when we've already attempted suicide. So I'm still getting harassing calls. I will put that in the description. Over and out.